Om Shanti. So welcome and good evening to Soul, and we're going to look tonight at how to be a creator or how to be creative. It's actually more wonderful than we might think, because we're all creators. But we don't think about that. It seems just ordinary and natural, and we just go on with life. Because everyone creates their life, and everyone creates thoughts at every second. So, it's to be motivated actually to create something that brings happiness. So all the time, every second of every day, we're using energy. So it would be good if we had some form of purpose and understanding about this energy that we're using. Do you want to create harmony in the place that you live? If I'm inspired to find peace, I will practice meditation every day. I begin to learn about being a peaceful soul and feel the benefit of that energy of peace cascading through the self. So this peace will give me more energy to be creative, because I'll be putting back a lot of my energy that's turned peaceless. I'll be renewing some of my lost energy by the practice of peace. Very simple and very pleasant. If I practice meditation every day, this will bring peace, which will give me more energy to be creative. Then I'm on the track. I'm actually then on a creative pathway. However, when you create something, if you're a joiner or an artist or a musician, you need materials in order to create. But what we need is peace and kindness. That's our materials. Seems very simple. We all have virtues and skills. Listening to spiritual things every day will build up my understanding of how this spiritual energy works. The creative process is the same no matter what I'm creating. If I'm an artist, a musician, or the same thing, I have to use my thoughts to see how things work and how it goes together, put together the jigsaw really. So make a plan and experiment. So what am I going to experiment on? Once I start to experiment, I can check the results, adjust, improve and try again. So here's what we're thinking to create, knowingly. We do it anyway, but not often knowingly. Because being a creator is being a giver. I want to give something. An attitude of being a well-wisher. Someone who wants to contribute something is a creator. And the benefit is not wanting to take. So when I understand that the trap of being a consumer is that I want to take, then I will be careful with my energy. Because don't be a taker spiritually. Don't expect the praise, don't expect people to be falling at your feet, don't expect them to give to you. You are the giver. And actually, this is an amazing thing to happen to us in the drama. The opportunity to interact with others is an opportunity for me to create good energy thoughts in myself. I have to create good energy thoughts in myself if I want to give good energy to someone else. So someone else is actually giving me an opportunity, and even if they're very negative, and I would even say especially if they're very negative, and it seems almost not worthwhile, it's always worthwhile, because it's a chance for me to be a creator of my own energy, and that good energy will be uplifting me. I'll be uplifting myself when I have the attitude of uplifting another. So the benefit of being with others is that I can use my energy to make sure that I'm having a stock of good feelings and good wishes, which will then be imparted to another, even if it's just through thoughts. It might not always be possible through words, but often it would be through words also, and attitudes as well. And that is uplifting me. So the more I do this, so to be a creator means I get the benefit of my creation, which is the thoughts I've created for myself, not the benefit of what I've given others. That's up to them. So I was thinking, when you're an artist or a joiner and you create something, the benefit of the wonder of that piece of furniture or that picture comes to you. Others might never be interested in it. They might not buy it. They might not go, wow. But you have the benefit because you've learned so much. It might not even look very good, but you learned when you made it what to look out for the next time. So you think, oh, well, I'll do it better, I'll do it different. So you would learn from being a creator. So when we're busy creating peace, kindness and harmony, when I'm in interaction, I'm so busy thinking I have to stay calm here, and I have to be kind here, I want to keep the atmosphere good here, then I'm doing it for myself. But I'm imparting it as a gift to someone else, which it will be touching them, but they might not pick it up and use it as such with understanding, but it'll still be touched. Because when I think of kindness and harmony, I won't be so affected by my own weaknesses. So the way we talk about making our energy pure again, and we think we'll do it through, fighting with karmic accounts and struggling, and challenges and worry, and oh gosh, I don't know, this is difficult, I didn't have time to do that, It's not like that, actually. I just have to start thinking of lovely thoughts which affect myself. It's like amazing, actually. So meditation is the key in every step of the creation process. So when I'm refreshed through meditation and I feel good, and even if I don't feel good, I can inspire myself to feel good. I say, look, I'm not going down that track of not feeling good anymore. I want to feel better, so I'm going to just create the thoughts. Somehow we think that some magic wand has to come along to make me feel better. Something from out there has to come to say everything's okay. So then I'll feel better. We've been addicted to praise. And if I hear that someone's been defaming me, I can get so upset. Well, don't go there anymore. That's the way they are, that's the way they are. Remember, they're also defaming themselves at the same time. If they're defaming you, that bad vibe is also going through their entire system. So we don't want to do that. So meditation is the key in every step of the creation process. And peace is the foundation. So the meditation to be a peaceful soul, to feel peaceful, then to look at virtues and values and kindness and understanding and love, sympathy. Let all of these, can have a great time. I can have as many of these energies as I'm able to think about. And I'm refreshing the self actually big time. And when you've been creating like this, you can feel that, oh, gosh, you don't feel tired, you don't want to go to sleep. Well, you find it hard maybe to go to sleep. You've got to start bringing your energy down because your energy goes high. So peace is the foundation, and connection with the divine gives me support. And if I practice these things with such a light-hearted attitude, the conversations with the divine lets me check that I am on the creative track to help others. So I'm not on it to me. I'm there to help others. However, to help others, you have to help yourself. So what it is, you have to make sure you've got the energies in place, the kindness, the peace, the love, the happiness, and then this can be transferred to others. Not to look for self-praise, praise myself up, oh, that was, I did well there. No, that is firming up my ego if I do that. Because my energies, these energies are natural. If they're natural, it's just I've forgotten about them. And if they're natural, what is there to praise myself in? I'll get the praise through the well-being, feelings of well-being in the self. So when I look at things in this way, it keeps me steady, so that I don't get carried away and then add to my karmic accounts by starting to think I'm great or anything in the wrong way. Because these energies are for sharing with other beings of energy in a natural way. I am peace, I am love, I am purest energy, I am happiness. So that they're just there. But when we forget them and forget to use them, then we get worried and sad and concerned and stressed, and etc. So when I begin to see the contrast, I just don't want to go back there anymore. And from time to time we will get worried, but we could quickly pull ourselves out. Very quickly say, oh gosh, I'm just not going there anymore, because I will also cause a damage to whoever I'm with when I think in that worried, concerned, heavy way. They will also be picking it up, and the way I would see it is that I don't want to add to their complications through them knowing me. I remember when I first started to practice meditation and I started to look at these things, and some people that I was dramatically fond of and were my family and friends, and I had such a big habit of being on the phone and talking and sharing everything. And I remember thinking one day, I must watch what I say. I can't now just share all the things that I was still concerned at that time because I was new, but I thought they've got their work, they've got enough worry. If I keep now continuing to offload my worries onto them, and I know a little bit better by this time, it's not right. And so I stopped sharing the depths of my despairs, which I still had at the beginning because I had just started to do meditation. And so I didn't share it. And then people think it's strange, what's happened? You're not sharing the same as you used to share. But hopefully one day they'll know that you just didn't burden them with a whole load of extra worry, which really what it's all about. So to this process and this word, to be a creator, I have to be a creator of my own energy for myself, so that myself starts to get strong and shine and feel kindness and understanding, able to actually listen to others and be with others and know that I'm good for them, even if they don't think I'm good for them, because they don't know. But I am. And at some point that will be helping them. So to be inspired to practice meditation every day, actually, I would say, which will give us more and more energy to practice the creative process. Okay.
I was realising as you're talking that I need to check, do I enjoy the fight or the struggle? The inner fight, the inner struggle, the inner battles. What is it that I'm getting from it if I keep doing it? And then as you kept talking, I realised I need to go back and think, keep reaffirming what I want to create, and then I'll be able to recognise that process of battling and just say no thanks. But it's like a habit. It's almost like you're saying, it's like mini victories. You feel like, I conquered that one, I got over that struggle, and you kind of enjoy the tussle inside. But it's not part of the peace process. It's not really helping me or others.
It's because it is a habit, and we don't see the habit kicking in there. And we're halfway through it, but maybe still haven't realised that the habit is in charge at the moment. And we haven't a clue how it started or how to stop it. And meanwhile, we're into it, and we may be winning, temporary winning that particular chaos. And if we think about it afterwards, we won't feel very good, but we won't know how on earth that happened again. We won't know. It's when I do this process of meditation and I start to slow down my thinking. If you think too fast, it's very, very tricky to slow down your thoughts. And if you speak too fast, you will think too fast. So to teach yourself to kind of start to slow down the way you speak, not to so slow, but to slow it down. Then you can control the words that you say more, because you can catch yourself sometimes about to say something and stop and go, gosh, oh no, I won't go there. And so your thoughts obviously are the things that are there before the words, and so you're able to then slow down your thoughts. And with that practice, you can have a chance to begin, and it's very enjoyable, especially when you start to know you're getting the benefit over and over again.
So that comes back to my next question, which is about motivation. Do you think it is knowing the benefit that motivates? Because it's not so much having the skills or the talents for creating anything, even creating positive thoughts or beautiful art or incredible music. What is that spark of motivation that sets the creative process off?
It's I want to be of use. I can only think for myself when I answer these questions is that the spark wouldn't be I want to do something amazing, 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 but the spark would be I feel my energy feels it wants to do something that would maybe inspire others, that would uplift others, even make them smile, just make them see something lovely for a short time. I'm speaking from the perspective of being an artist. Just something that would make people feel, wow, even for a second, because most people, they don't get carried away that much. But I would enjoy doing that for me. So you have to enjoy doing it for you. And then when you see that it makes you feel more light-hearted and that you've done something, and if that is helping or helping to uplift others, then you want to keep doing it. So that's talking about something out there like artwork or being a joiner or something or a musician. But inside, if someone comes to you that's very troubled or sad, and you don't get too much into the heaviness, but they actually start to, when they go away from you, say they feel much better. You haven't pried into their business, but just by being there and thinking very clearly, you can get an idea how to, what vibration to give them. And it happens a lot. You can feel that that was useful. But it was also the benefit that went to you, you see, because you created that energy stronger in yourself.
It sounds like being of service, really, being useful,
Yeah.
is the key.
Yeah. And easy. I mean, quite often when we first start meditation, we think, oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, this sounds like, oh, you have to change everything around so dramatically. But in actual fact, it's not quite like that. You do change everything around, but in a very, very soft, lovely, sweet and kindly and very, very nice way, nourishing way. It nourishes your soul and uplifts others.
So everyone can be creative because everyone can be useful. Everyone can use their energy to uplift others, even if it's, well, and especially with their thoughts and vibrations. One of the last things you said was about ego. How do I, if I don't get a lot of praise or accolade or adoration for my good works or whatever, and I don't want that, but how do I maintain sort of self-respect about who I am and yet not develop or add, you said it's not about developing, it's about not adding to the ego. How do I do that?
Because all this that you're doing, if you start to feel you're being a well-wisher and you recognise you are a creator is a very powerful position in life. Most people are consumers. They're not creators. They're ready to pick up whatever anyone else has created. So you sort of lift yourself up just by the thought that you're now creating good energy patterns. And everything we do in this physical world has a label. So instead of having the label of I'm a taker and a consumer, I can have the label, and many labels that go with it, of being a creator and a well-wisher and I'm an uplifter. And these are much better labels, and I can be loving and kindly and all sorts of different understanding, and these are still ego as well because they're attitudes, but they're spiritual attitudes, and so they're like pure ego, that I am the soul, the point of light, And within that go many, many different attitudes and ways that I can use. And I can let go of I am bossy, I am angry, I am superior, I am a gossip and this and all the rest. If I can let go of a lot of these old egos. Okay. So thank you, and we'll just have a minute of meditation. So to think of the self as the spiritual creator. In the center of the forehead, the energy, the light, the beautiful being. And if I have the wish to share that beauty and to strengthen that beauty within the self, I will wish to continue to experience and practice and expand on those areas in my character and my attitudes. Because we have big hearts and we have love for everyone actually. And to not be daunted by the differences in others. And to not look for the praise and the accolades, because it lasts a second and it's not always real. It's better I have something that is real and I have something to give that is worth giving. I'm a soul. And when I remember the divine, and when I have conversation with the divine, this helps me to see that I am on the creative track, and I'm inspired more and more to help others. Not so much the word help, but to be of use, to help others to recognize who they are so that they can become spiritual creators for themselves. Om Shanti.